All right, let's get more on the situation in Gaza. Sam Rose is Senior Deputy Director for the UN Relief and Works Agency Affairs in Gaza. He joins us now from inside Gaza. Good to see you. So Western journalists are not able to get into Gaza right now. Describe some of the conditions that you and other UNRWA workers are experiencing and witnessing.
Thanks for having me on. Conditions are simply atrocious and getting worse really from day to day. I'm in central Gaza, and every 10 minutes there are loud explosions, there are bombardments, there are screams of people outside, drones constantly overhead, periodically dropping artillery. This it may stop for a few hours in the night, but it typically starts again at 4 or 5 in the morning. And of course, 10 kilometers further north, we've got 400,000 people who are essentially under siege. They've received very little by way of food and water in the past 3 weeks, many of them literally encircled within Jabalia, including hospitals. And the stories that we're hearing, the reports that we're getting out of those hospitals, absolutely harrowing. And let's not forget, we're now into month 13 of this, so it's not like it started yesterday. People are continuing to go through so much.
Well, Sam, I remember it was months ago, when it was being said that so many were starving to death. So is more aid getting through now? I mean, obviously a lot of roads impassable, structures. I mean, it's a nightmare trying to get aid in, but what has transpired in the last couple of months? And if people were starving just 2 to 3 months ago, what is happening now?
Yeah, I mean, the reports, the famine assessments came out a few months ago saying that large swathes of the population here were on the verge of famine, and that everyone else was essentially in catastrophic food security or food insecurity. Rather, that prompted an increased push for aid to get in, for food to get in, for medicines to get in. So we had a period when trucks were coming in, when aid was being distributed. But then following the operation that started in Rafah, way back in May now, that essentially choked off the main supply route that we have for aid getting in. So an update of that famine assessment and food security report has just come out. It was released on Thursday, and it paints the same picture that people are on the verge, on the edge of famine. The worst edges of it were taken off, as I said, with this food aid that was coming in regular supply a few months ago, but that's dried up. There are no commercial supplies coming in. There's very little dietary diversity. Hygienic and sanitary conditions are worsening as well, all of which attacks people's immune system and makes them more liable to fall foul of infectious diseases or become malnourished. And look, whether people are on the verge of famine or in famine, they're in absolutely desperate conditions, and this is completely man-made. The ability to fix this is through food trucks coming in, hundreds and hundreds. We've got 3 months of food supply waiting outside that could feed the entire Gaza Strip. Right now, it's just not able to get in through the south.
Oh, if only it could make its way in to help. All right, Sam Rose, all the best in your continued efforts. Thank you so much.